Welcome back everybody. I'm currently on my second day solo traveling around Cairo, and today I'll be visiting the Grand Egyptian Museum. The construction started about 20 years ago, and the museum is currently in its soft launch phase. The grand opening is set to be July 2025. The museum was about a 20-minute drive from downtown Cairo. I'm sitting outside of the hotel at the taxi pickup. Ubers here are notoriously bad. It's so hard to get one, and every time I call one, they cancel on me, so we'll see how it goes. Assalamu alaikum. For SB Jimmy. The museum looked massive from the outside, and I already knew it was going to look amazing inside. Shukran. Assalamu. Alright, so I made it to the Grand Egyptian Museum. The taxi drop-off is kind of far away from the entrance, so I gotta walk around and we'll be in there shortly. Looks like that's the entrance. There's security before going inside the main building. This is the area after security where you can buy a ticket. So to get a ticket is 1,000 Egyptian dollars. In US dollars, that's about $20.
Sir.
Yeah. After I made it past the ticket scanner, it was another long walk. I feel like I've walked almost a mile just from the taxi drop-off to the entrance of the museum. This is the longest walkway ever to a museum. Wow. I'm visiting during the summer, and the long walk in the heat can be unpleasant for some people not used to the heat. Finally made it to the actual entrance of the museum. The details on the walls were amazing. Once I made it inside, the place was mesmerizing. They definitely did a good job designing it. The museum itself is a massive 490,000 square meters, which is about the size of 90 football fields. It also contains over 100,000 ancient artifacts that span over 7,000 years of history. Luckily, it wasn't too packed inside, so I could explore. There were a few tour groups explaining the different exhibits inside. If you're hungry or looking to kill some time, there's different food and shops to explore inside this area. Since the museum is in a soft opening, many areas were restricted. One of the areas open was the grand staircase with different exhibits. It was a pretty cool concept, featuring everything on a staircase, which I don't think I've seen before. If you didn't want to walk up the stairs, there was an escalator that goes straight to the top. The area was pretty crowded when one tour group showed up, so I'm curious what the museum will do to prevent overcrowding during the grand opening. The area is called the Journey to Eternity that displays the Egyptians' concept of afterlife and burial rituals. You can see different statues, columns, sphinxes, obelisks, and more. Once I reached the top, it was time to head back down to the main area again. The steps were a nice way to sit on and relax, but I'm guessing once it gets busier, there may not be as much room to sit. I wish I could show how grand this place feels and how small I feel in it. It feels like something out of the world in here. After visiting it, I don't think it was worth the $20. Most of it is closed off or they're still building it. There's one main exhibit you can go to, which is a bunch of steps with statues. I think it's still cool to check out, but definitely not worth the price. That wraps up my time in the Grand Egyptian Museum. Now the dreaded walk back to the main road where my driver will pick me up. Not too sure why the pickup spot is so far away from here versus where all the cars are right here. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more travel videos.